When people lift, what's going through people's heads?
Wow, this is heavy.
It heightens religion. It's a really renewed sense of faith when you're here.
Until you see a 70-some-odd foot tower bouncing and swaying toward you, you haven't seen it.
This is our neighborhood, and no matter where we go, we're from Williamsburg.
Now, I've been told that I can lift the Gilio.
You're in.
What drives me is family and tradition and my Italian heritage.
Almost everyone loves us. If we let things like this go, we are just going to be the blandest place on earth. And New York can never become that.
I'm out here in Williamsburg, home of one of the oldest Italian-American festivals, Our Lady of Mount Carmel Feast, or the Dancing of the Gilio. It's been on for 134 years. You may know Williamsburg as the Mecca of hipsters, but at one point it was the Mecca of Italian-Americans. Now the community shrunk a bit, but they come back every year for this big festival. There's still really strong pockets of the Italian community. It's gonna be pretty crazy. It's gonna look like Williamsburg looked 100 years ago.
The Gilio Feast is run by mostly men. It is a strict leadership structure, broken down into lifters, lieutenants, a Turk, and at the top, the #1 capo. I got to sit down with a lieutenant named John, the Turk Nick, and the #1 capo Danny to learn more about their tradition.
So this is an Italian-American tradition, but not just Italian-American, NOLA Italian-American. What's your background with that?
So my great-grandparents that came out here from NOLA, the feast has been going on there since like the 400s. They came here, the feast came here, and my great-grandparents, my grandparents, my mom and my uncles grew up with this tradition. And then when me and my brother and my sister were born, we were right here in diapers. My first feast hat, feast shirt, and then 29 years later, I'm still out here doing it.
The Gilio tradition started back in the old country, in the town of NOLA. The Italian community of Williamsburg traces the majority of its ancestors from this one town. The Italian immigrants that made Williamsburg their home wanted to live the American dream, but they weren't going to forget their proudest traditions, the dancing of the Gilio and the story of the great Saint Paulinus. The story goes that the city of NOLA was experiencing raids by Turkish pirates that would often kidnap residents. After the son of a widow was kidnapped, a priest named Paulinus offered to exchange places with the boy.
He was returned by the Turkish Sultan on a boat, and the people of NOLA held lilies for him when he arrived on the water. Lily in Italian is Gilio. So that's how the Gilio was born.
Today, the tradition still goes on in both NOLA and now in its 137th year in Williamsburg. The feast happens annually like clockwork, rain or shine, every summer. The feast is centered around Our Lady of Mount Carmel Church in Williamsburg, where many participants are members. Today, it's mostly about building the actual Gilio.
So this is the Gilio. As you can see, it's pretty big.
Right now, this Gilio is about 72 feet from Saint Paulinus's mitre down to the base.
Once we have our band on there, weigh around 4 tons. About 120 men are gonna carry this on their shoulder and dance it around the streets here in front of our parish.
We're doing okay. We're doing great. Look how beautiful it is.
What does being a capo mean to you?
The honor of being able to lead the statue is a beautiful thing, and people would literally give their arm to be able to do the same. My father did it before me 35 years ago. He was the #1 capo, so that's very special as well. You start out as a lifter, and you get to lift either the Gilio or the boat. Then you move to lieutenant, which is in charge of one of the corners of either the Gilio or the boat. So there's 8 lieutenants. Then I became an apprentice capo in 2008, literally 3, 2, 1. And then now, here I am, #1. Most people could commit murder and be out faster than I went from lieutenant to #1 capo with 25 years.
Now, you've got a special role in this year's parade or feast.
I got nominated for the 2024 Turk.
So the Turkish Sultan gives back Saint Paulinus to his people. So is he a good guy?
He's a good guy.
He's a good guy, so you're playing a good guy.
Yeah.
All right, I was getting bad guy vibes at one point,
Maybe. Never know.
Small pulls, that's it. Nice and easy.
You've done this before?
I have.
25 years ago was the first time I lifted. 2016, I became a lieutenant, which is like somebody that organizes the lifters. Don't tell anybody, but I still sneak under.
Okay.
It's a passion to get under there and take part in it.
If you're a New Yorker This seems like a really cool experience. What would you see if you came down here?
So I would get here to see us dance the Gilio. You could see videos of it, you could hear stories about it, until you see a 70-some-odd foot tower bouncing and swaying toward you, you haven't seen it. You can't compute in your mind when I'm telling you what it's gonna happen until you see it. It's just unbelievable.
You got to see the lifts.
Food, the Zeppelin's, everything. Sausage, peppers, fried Oreos. You got a loose clam bar over there. You got Lucy's stand right on the corner. We got the great Gilio band that will be on top of the Gilio and on top of the boat playing music all day during the lift.
Italian stuff.
Yeah, old Italian songs.
You can dance.
I can't dance, but everybody else can dance. I can't dance.
You got a sword. You can wave around.
Got some swords.
All right. 2 Gilio tattoos.
You want the third one?
You got a third one? 3's trouble. Wow.
Several different ones too.
Yeah. I got mine over 6, 7 years ago, 8 years ago. Yeah, this is the old Gio. And that's the song. Oh, Gilio Paradiso is the name of the song.
What does it mean for your own religion to participate in this?
It heightens religion. Like as a kid growing up, this is what I knew church to be, like Giglio Sunday when it was crazy. And actually when we went to Mass on Long Island, it was like, where's the band? It's a really renewed sense of faith when you're here celebrating our Blessed Mother or celebrating Saint Paulinus.
I grew up very religious, but I haven't been religious for a long time. Something like this, you think can bring me back a little bit?
I've seen it bring a lot of people back. It is not uncommon to see somebody crying on the street. Tears of joy, tears due to memories.
There's a lot of grueling activity. It's hot outside. You're lifting this thing. Is there something in the punishment of it, the hard work of it that you see as religious?
Penance, I don't know if people do this to forgive sins, but I think a lot of it really is about the remembrance piece of things and doing things in honor of their family, the people that brought them into the feast.
When people lift, it's up in the air, 100 pounds on your shoulder. What's going through people's heads?
Wow, this is heavy. You'll hear guys say, I do this because my father did it, because my grandfather did it, and I'm doing it in their memory. As the feast approaches, I immediately start to think of those who aren't here. My grandparents, cousins, uncles who aren't here, and I think a lot of people would tell you the same.
You carry for someone remembrance?
Yeah, my grandma, Mary Giordano. Because without her, this wouldn't even be in my blood, so I wouldn't even know what this is.
Hopefully one day people will remember you with this.
One day. Just keep it going like that. Something only dies when you stop showing up for it.
The neighborhood has changed quite a lot over those 100+ years, and what was once an Italian working-class neighborhood is now a Whole Foods, high-rise matcha latte with oat milk neighborhood with some of the highest rents in New York City. I want to know if the tradition can survive as the residents of the neighborhood change.
Well, the neighborhood's changed a good bit.
Very much so, yeah. We just, celebrated putting up the Gilio with a little firework display. Nothing crazy, just a little something just to, get us all kind of in the mood. And someone complained about the fireworks, so it's a very different world.
Gilio's been moved from one lot to another because of some complaints, is there?
Yeah, we had been in one spot for a very long time. I have pictures going back to the 30s. I even have video in one specific spot that we've always been, but it's a 12-day event on a residential street, right? You have to roll with the punches, right? So we're right in front of the church. It's a great spot, and you just keep going on.
We all lived here. I lived on this block. My grandmother lived on this block. My aunts lived on this block. My father lived where the Gilio used to be. Everybody lived in this community. And now it's different. I'm commuting from Long Island, right? And most of the people are. So there's a lot of change that has happened over the years, but this is still a magnet.
I would guess that out of any church in the country, this parish has the largest extended family. Because this block, this is a special place. This is home to thousands of people that can't get their mail in this neighborhood anymore.
Is it going to keep going? Can this hold on with a changing neighborhood?
I don't think it's going to slow up anytime soon. Obviously, you got a lot of different people moving in and out of the neighborhood. Some people love the feast. Some people have different opinions. We welcome every single person. Anybody wants to lift, anybody wants to get involved, everybody can get involved. So hopefully it continues to keep the community together.
If we let things like this go, we are just going to be the blandest place on earth. And New York can never become that, right? New York has been for so many years a melting pot. This is the result of that melting pot.
There seems to be a bit of a fork in the road now. This can either be a mecca, a pilgrimage of sorts for the Italian-American community that used to live here that comes back, or you bring in the people that are not Italian-American or maybe even not even Catholic in the neighborhood and keep it a neighborhood tradition. Can it be both, or do you have to dive into one or the other?
Well, it should always be faith-based. This is still a Catholic tradition. It's still an Italian tradition. That doesn't mean that we're exclusive. It just means it should still be based in that.
Do you guys mind if I help carry it?
Yeah, whatever you do.
Is there anything you think the organization could do to reach out further to the people of the neighborhood?
That's our only hope. A couple years ago, we made it known that anyone is welcome. I think for a long time, people thought, oh, you either have to be Italian, you have to know somebody, and that just isn't the case. You just have to ask to get involved. While we've been here on this street for 140 years, we need people to carry it on. I might really like sausage and peppers, but maybe we need a vegan offering. You know, who knows what we need, right? We'll only know if we ask.
Yeah, can I get some music? There's some music.
Now, I've been told by you that I can lift the Gilio.
You're in. We got you in. We sized you up. Measurements were taken. We believe you're going to be okay.
I haven't bitten off more than I can chew.
I think you'll be all right.
Okay.
I think you'll be all right. I've put in a good word for you.
Did we do the math here on how much each person's carrying, you think? I know it's 4 tons, but...
Yeah, so I mean, if everybody carries their weight, it should be around 100 pounds apiece on your shoulder.
Been bruised for Vice videos in the past. I'll take the bruises.
You're going to feel it the next day, that's for sure.
John, thank you.
Today marks the biggest day of the 10-day feast, the dancing of the Gilio. It's quiet this early in the morning, but soon, thousands of onlookers are expected to descend on this tiny enclave in Brooklyn. Before we get to the lifting of the tower, we have to march house to house to collect all the lieutenants and the number 1 capo. We kick off the day with the Turk, Nick.
You built the Gilio, you've got the swords, you got the costume, you're about to make your big grand entrance. Feel like the heritage is like pumping through your veins. You're getting to carry on this tradition.
Yes, sir. That's why I got the sunglasses on.
Oh, right. Oh, yeah. It's about to go down. You ready?
No. Yes, I'm ready.
The best Gio Sunday ever.
Yeah!
Our Lady of Carmel. Saint Paulinus. In the name of the Father, Son, the Holy Spirit. Amen. God bless you all.
To pick up the lieutenants. Finally, we've got the man in charge, the number 1 capo, Danny.
You got everybody, all your loved ones here?
This is it. It's a big party.
All right.
Danny's my cousin. I grew up around the corner. When I was young, I would help print the shirts, and then as I got older, I was a sailor on the boat. I actually made the Gilio. I was a lieutenant. It'll stay until the day I die.
Here comes the number 1 capo. The Catholic faith is the foundation of this tradition, and before the real celebration could start, we had to attend Mass, a very first for me. I have to say, it was not what I expected.
to celebrate first and foremost our faith in Jesus Christ and the blessings that He has given to all of us.
Now that everyone from the neighborhood has been gathered, churched up, and the food's been cooked up, it's time to get to the real action. The first lift of the day.
How about one round of applause for our number one capo today, Danny Vecchiano. Are you ready, Danny? Here we go. This is a lift. This is a lift under the pose.
Next time. I missed my opportunity on number 2. Just gonna try to get in on number 3. It went the opposite direction of what I thought. Bring it to
Soundman's attendance.
After seeing the experts lift, it was time for my moment to join in. It doesn't look easy, but I'm not going to miss my shot to get a little religion and community in my life. They gave me a matching outfit and a short pep talk on how the lift works.
It's YO, which is number 1. Ajadashmal, which is when it goes up. Like, you kind of get ready, lift it up, before you drop it, right? Gunja Gunj is number 3, and Ajed is 4. That means drop it. Number 2 just means down and back up. So those same 4 commands, you just let it go down and go right back up. It bounces by itself.
Yeah. You gotta make sure I get low enough.
You gotta get low enough.
About to lift this thing. I'll put the whole thing on my shoulder. We'll see what happens. It's gonna be heavy.
Ready?
Yeah, we'll see.
Ready? Let it up.
In the moment, as I lifted the Gilio, the first thing I thought of was not my family, not religion, not tradition. It was that I messed up. The thing was way heavier than I thought it was going to be. Once the initial shock of the weight wore off, I started looking around and thinking about the guys that I was lifting and maneuvering this giant statue and band with. Some were doing it to honor their family, some religion, others just for the enjoyment of their community. In an increasingly isolating, individualistic society, I felt connected to something bigger and older than me. I don't know if I had a religious moment, but it was a nice feeling to do something in unison with everyone there.
That was way heavier than they acted like it was gonna be. My shoulder hurt the whole time. I was cussing at a religious festival, so I'm going to hell. It's cool that they get this in their lives, and their fathers or grandfathers have done it. I wish I had something like that. I feel like I just had like a real experience that I can't have anywhere else. How long have you been doing this?
Gonna be 75 next year.
Okay, just
so
most
I've been
of them.
to 75 Gilios
Okay.
in this neighborhood. The Giglio Feast is my heart and soul. It's my parish. It's my mother, my blessed mother. I've been to church. I've been a capo since 1980 when I became an apprentice. I was number 1 capo in 1991. It's here. You'll stop this, and a big chunk of this is gone. So and hopefully, like guys like this, like my grandson, will be able to, continue to go, with the feast.
Hands down, the coolest moment of the day was the double lift. The moment Nick's tugboat would meet with the Gilio Tower in the middle of the feast. All the pageantry of the tradition on display. In this moment, the lifters had the full weight of the statue on their shoulders, but they also had the full weight of their community, history, family, and religion to bear. After months of preparation and years of passed on tradition, here's their big moment.
Danny, how's it going? Is it everything dreamed of?
We're doing well. We're doing well. It's been going very smoothly so far. The weather held out.
Can you tell me about your father?
Oh, my father. I mean, he would have killed to be here. He would have killed to be here. He was the #1 capo in 1989. His name was synonymous with this feast. This was like his Super Bowl, his World Series, his Stanley Cups, and I know he's here. I know he's here.
You've been up there since 11 a.m. How are you feeling?
I just didn't want that moment to end. I just wanted to keep going, let it go all night, have the men carry me, and just go on through the street. And then I had them up there, so I wanted them to have fun with the sword and play around also, and be really involved and part of it.
Tell me about your grandmother here.
I know she's definitely looking over me. I know I broke down a little bit in church. I actually put her mass card right at the front of the bow, right, just for me to look at, So I was past the torch, and I got to keep going with it, So it's definitely very important to me.
The reports of Gilio Feast's demise were greatly exaggerated. The feast is thriving. It's no longer an Italian-dominant neighborhood, and they may struggle to find homes to visit on their parade routes in the coming decades, but they have a plan. The Williamsburg Italians still plant their flag here once a year, and they're passing their tradition down to their children, who will continue to fight to keep their memory of their ancestors alive for many decades to come. As for the current residents, they were there too. I feel honored as an oat milk yuppie that I got invited into this community, and I'll be back every year as a neighbor helping celebrate this tradition, as long as my landlord doesn't raise my rent too much.
Great, awesome, thank you so much.